Hey traders, Optimus Futures here, bringing you a new tutorial. And in this video, we'll be showing you how to execute automated trading strategies via webhooks that you can create for yourself through the TrendSpider analysis tool in trading software. Now, before we jump into the tutorial itself, I would like to mention that we have created several other tutorials on TrendSpider already. So if you haven't watched those, I would encourage you to do so. We'll show you how to get started and get free access to TrendSpider provided by Optimus Futures. We'll show you how to navigate through the platform, set up your charts, add indicators. Then we show you how to create alerts and bots for yourself. And in this video, this will be the finale where we show you how to actually integrate everything, show you how to plug in your live trading account and actually execute these orders in the live market. So again, if you haven't already, watch those videos first, and you want to come back to this video once you are at a similar looking screen to mine, once you have your chart open and TrendSpider open. Once you do, go ahead, go into your internet browser and go to signalstack.com. Go ahead and click on home, and on their main page, you can click try it for free. When you do, go ahead and click open free account right here in the middle in the blue section, and you will be brought to a sign up page. Please go ahead and fill out that form, enter in your name, your email address, phone number, and TrendSpider will go ahead and get back to you with a verification email. Go ahead and read through those emails, accept any agreements, and once you have created yourself your free SignalStack account, go ahead and click login in the top right of their website. Once you do, you'll be prompted if you'd like to set up multi-factor authentication, which is optional. Feel free to set that up for additional security. And once you have signed in with your email address and your password for yourself, you should be brought to the SignalStack dashboard, which looks like this. Now, if you have used SignalStack in the past with another connection or different broker, you may be brought to the dashboard first, which essentially shows you a summary of all the different signals you have executed in the past and which brokers you have connected into the past. For me, and likely for you, if this is your first time using it, you'll be prompted with this welcome message. Go ahead and click continue, or click the Brokers and Webhooks tab on the left-hand side, and you'll be brought to the different integration screens right here. Go ahead and click on Optimus Futures. Please read through the agreement, and if you acknowledge and understand the agreement here in the disclaimer, go ahead and click I agree. And once you do, you'll be brought to the Optimus Futures settings. Now, this is where you enter in your live trading credentials. So if you are a real live user, you'll be using the Optimus Futures credentials that we provide to you in our initial onboarding email. If you are a demo user, go ahead and click on demo and then enter in your Optimus Flow demo username and password. One thing I would like to mention is you are more than welcome to test this on a demo first. If you didn't notice, SignalStack does give the first 25 signals for free. Now, if you do use a demo account, this does use your free signal allowance. So even if it is a demo account and you execute this for testing, just keep in mind this will use one signal for every signal that is executed. So again, if you'd like to test it, you're more than welcome to use the same Optimus Flow credentials we provide to you for your demo. Just keep in mind it will use your signal allowance. I'll also be showing you in a few moments here, once we execute our first strategy, how you can actually use Optimus Flow in combination with TrendSpider to actually monitor those open orders or positions on your account that are executed via webhooks on SignalStack. Once you have your username and password in here, let's move forward. Go ahead and click submit. Give it a second and it'll go ahead and connect to Optimus Futures. If you have multiple accounts on Optimus Futures that you'd like to connect, you can click Connect Broker here, click on Optimus Futures, go ahead and go through that process again and add your other accounts. Once you have your broker here listed, in this case it's us, Optimus Futures, go ahead and click Create Webhook. Now, if you do have different signals or strategies, you could potentially create different webhooks, each of them differently. For this video, we're going to keep them simple, and we're going to just use one webhook. Go ahead and copy this. You can click on the clipboard icon to the right of it with the plus to automatically copy it to your clipboard, or you can just highlight, of course, and right click or Control C to copy it as well. Once you have copied your first webhook here, go back to TrendSpider. In the top right of TrendSpider, click your profile icon. Please go down to Account and Settings from here. If it isn't already, under the Notifications tab, enable webhook for alerts, as I'm doing right here. Now you can see in mine, there's already a URL in here. I've done this before. I'm going to delete it. Yours should be blank. You can see here's an example. And go ahead and now paste your webhook that you created on SignalStack from right here that you copied and plug it into this section here under Notifications URL. Once you have this plugged in, go ahead and click Save. Now it's time for us to create an alert in a bot. Now again, we have shown you in our other videos how to do this. I'm going to go over it briefly here. The strategy that I'm about to use is merely a hypothetical situation. It's a hypothetical strategy. There's no rhyme or reason to why I'm creating this. I'm only creating this alert here just for the purpose to get executed to show you how this integration works. Please don't copy anything you see I do here exactly. Again, this is just a hypothetical example just to demonstrate how this actually executes in the real market. When you are ready to integrate your first alert in your bot, first go to the top middle of the platform here and click on Alerts and Bots, and it should turn green. From here, you can choose which type of execution or alert or bot you want to create yourself. For this purpose, I'm just going to do a multi-factor alert. However, if you do want to create an alert based off an indicator or a trend, you can do that too. There'll be different configuration options for that by highlighting the different alerts or the different trends that you want to create an alert based off of. But again, for now, I'm just going to use multi-factor alert and keep it simple. Go ahead and click on that option, give it a name. You can name this whatever you like. Again, if you have multiple alerts or signals, maybe you want to name them, organize them to what that signal is about or what the purpose of that signal is. Name it whatever you like, and go ahead and add a note if you wish. For this, go ahead and choose an expiration. As you can see here, the default is 12 hours, or the initial option is 12 hours, but you can have this expire up to 30 days. Or it's an if then situation, or you can have it expires once it triggers once. So this is essentially saying if I have an automated strategy, once it's triggered, it turns off. So that way it doesn't repeatedly execute the same order, execute the same webhook. So feel free to choose either based on if it expires off a certain number of days or when it's triggered. You can use extended hours as well if you do trade during the overnight session. Once you have these parameters configured, go ahead and click Add Parameter here. And this is where you want to start adding your conditions. We go over this much more in depth in our other tutorials where we show you actually how to create alerts and bots. So I would encourage you to watch that over on one of those videos. Again, just keeping it simple for this. We're going to head and have this trigger based on a price. We're going to do it on a 5-minute time frame, which at this time is the lowest time frame for futures trading. We'll have it execute at the open of a candle. And we're going to set it to greater than, or we'll set it to greater than or equal. Now, to have it trigger based on a price that is greater or equal to, we're going to have it set to a constant value. And for this video, I'm going to set it to a constant value of 2. Like I mentioned before, what I'm doing here, there's no rhyme or reason involved. I'm just simply entering these parameters just to show you how this actually does get executed. So essentially what this is saying is any price greater than 2 on the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract is going to get executed at the current market price. So again, take it as you will. This is only an example just showing how it works in real time. Once you have this configured the way you like, go ahead and click Create Alert. Okay, so once you have created an alert, you can monitor and manage all your different alerts by using this side panel on the right-hand side of TrendSpider. If you created an alert, you can click the Alert option, click Add New Column, and you will see all the different alerts I have or you have created for yourself in the past. If you did this as a bot, you can do the same thing. You'll see there's a second to last option says bot. You can go ahead and do that. And any bots you have created for yourself, as you can see, I've done several, are now located in a side panel here. So once you have started creating alerts here, in my opinion, it's probably best to just keep this side panel open and you can just monitor everything at a really close glance, see what data was done, see how it was triggered. And within this section, you could also easily reactivate your alert. So based on those conditions here, if you only had those conditions just trigger once and then cancel or expire, if you wanted to, once it went off and it expired, go back into here and you can now reactivate that. And I'll show you how to do so. You can click the refresh icon here, as you can see, to reactivate it. You can also click this clone icon, which if you do so, will, as it says, basically copy and paste your alert. There could be multiple reasons for doing this. If you need to enter any of the parameters, it's typically very easy to just copy it and then paste it into this section here, and then edit any of the alerts here. One thing I would like to mention before we move forward is these alerts are based on the contract that you have applied to your charts here. In my example, you can see I have the E-mini S&P front month. It's a continuous contract. So this is for the E-mini S&P 500. This is for September 2023. You can do this for any futures product that we offer on Optimus Flow and the Optimus Futures data feed. Again, if you're not sure, you can just type in your symbol here in the top left. I'm going to be focusing on the ES for my video, just for example purposes. So remember to add that here first, and then let's go ahead and go over to our alert. So I'm going to copy a previous alert here that I've done in the past just to make it easy. One thing I would mention is that you need to make sure that your note here has the proper symbol format. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you will create an alert or a bot, it may only show as the ES1 exclamation mark. The thing is this is technically a different symbol than what is being used on Optimus Flow. So as you can see here, I have the MES from a previous alert. I want to change this to the ES. And as I mentioned, we're currently trading in September. So I want to actually make this MAU. So it's very important that you follow the symbol format that we do on Optimus Flow because TrendSpider does use a bit of a different format, as you can see. So just make sure this is corresponding with what you see on the Optimus Flow search bar here. Just to show you what I mean by that, if we head over to Optimus Flow and go to our chart, you can see the exchange that the ES belongs to is XCME. And the actual contract month is ES.U23. So again, XCME is the exchange, ES.U23 is the futures contract. And if we go back to this, you can see here's the format. Excuse me, I moved over a bit too far to the right, but this is the exchange, XCME, as I mentioned here. Dot ES, which is our product, and then .U23, which is the contract month. Go ahead and put your quantity here, which is this number right here. Select your action, which in this case, I wanted to buy this signal when the price is greater than 1. In my other example, I used 2. You get the point. This is hypothetical. Now again, as mentioned before, this is on a 5-minute time frame. This is the smallest time frame as of right now at the time of this video is made, but from what we know, they'll be offering smaller time frames in the future. So what this is saying is every 5 minutes on the clock, I should have an executed order on the ES September contract with a quantity of 1. It's going to be a buy, it's a long order, and it will expire either after 1 day if it hasn't triggered, or it'll expire once the alert has been in place. Go ahead and click create alert now if you're happy with everything, and now we wait. Right now it's about 7:27, so I will fast forward this until we get to 7:30 at the 5 minute, the open candle, and we should have an executed order. So stay tuned for that. Before we fast forward, I would just mention if you do have any alerts active or being used, now that you have this side panel open, you can see them in real time, which ones are enabled. You'll see these other ones that have already expired that I've done in the past are now grayed out. They look inactive. The active ones are more of a bold color, and you can see there's a little green circle here that shows that an actual alert is active. You can also tell right above that it says 1 of 100 used. If you notice right before I activated this, this was showing 0 of 100. So as I mentioned, you can have different alerts connected to different webhooks. There can be 100 going at one time. In my opinion, keep it simple and keep it small to start. And as you get more comfortable with the solution, and if it requires, you can add more and connect different alerts at the same time. For this video, we're just going to do one at a time. I'll see you in a second as soon as our alert is about to trigger. Okay, traders, we're back. It's getting very close to 7:30 here. In any second, we should have an alert trigger off. So we'll wait for that here. And when it does trigger, you're going to hear a very loud alert. Should be coming any second. And I'm going to show you what this looks like on Optimus Flow. You may be hearing that. My alert is triggered. You can see it in the top right. It tells me which alert has been triggered at the time. You can see my alert is no longer in use, and you can see my last alert just went off at 7:30, 19:30, local time as mentioned. You can also see here now a timestamp. It shows you what alert was triggered. You can see it's my copy of Thirsty Jensen. That was the same alert that just triggered. And according to TrendSpider here, it executed at 45.86 and a half right here on this candle. Now this is TrendSpider's view of it. What I would like to show you is how you can use Optimus Flow in conjunction with TrendSpider in SignalStack webhooks to actually monitor and observe these orders. So if we go ahead and minimize this page, as I showed you before, I have Optimus Flow in the background running. And here's our trade that we just executed. We currently have a position. We see my same account that I had on demo, and it's exactly the parameters we entered there. You could see ESU23, buy one, and you can see right here it's at 45.84 and a half. Right now I have no working orders. This was the only fill on my account for today. This is a brand new demo account, and it just executed in real time through my SignalStack integration, my webhooks with TrendSpider. So just to sort of summarize everything for you again, if you are, whether it's your Optimus Flow live account or a demo user, the same account that you log in with here and connect on the Optimus Futures connection screen here is the same exact credentials that you're going to be using in SignalStack to link your account. So if you are a live user, you can start back from the start of this video, plug in your credentials into the live section, create yourself an alert on TrendSpider, and then have it execute. And then sit back and watch it execute on Optimus Flow and monitor it from there. In my opinion, if you are using automated trading via TrendSpider, you should not be doing manual self-directed trading on Optimus Flow at the same time. Either choose one or another. If you are letting automation run on TrendSpider and SignalStack, and then you're manually trading on Optimus Flow, there is a potential interference between the two. It is best if you use one at a time. As you saw here, you're more than welcome to use both in real time for analysis and to make sure your orders are reaching your account. I would encourage that. Please make sure if you do have alert signals configured for yourselves, check that they do reach Optimus Flow. Check that they are reaching your live account or your demo account for that matter. But don't place manual orders on Optimus Flow like this while you're placing your alerts and, your bots on TrendSpider and through SignalStack, because there is a potential that you could interfere with one another. So keep it one at a time. It's best to stay organized in that way. Make sure there's no interference or any issues between the two. But again, it is a very cool feature to use both at the same time to make sure things are reaching your actual account. And you can still continue to do your analysis on Optimus Flow while also doing it with TrendSpider. It's a very neat feature, and it's very cool to see it execute in real time, um, all automated through SignalStack. So again, just make sure once you have executed your first order on SignalStack that you come back to your dashboard here. And now you will see this section begin to populate, and you can see what time your alerts have been called. Here is my previous example that I just showed you. You can see it triggered at about 7:30 and 5 seconds, about 5 seconds after we configured it to, and reached the account in real time. You saw it all happen, and we used Optimus Flow to back that up as well. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to come over to our community forum. It's community.optimusfutures.com. We can help you out or answer any questions you may have on SignalStack or TrendSpider. Feel free to reach out to SignalStack and TrendSpider as well. They have a really good support team. They have a really good self-directed onboarding tool that walks you through the platform, gives you a first-time demo for your first-time users. They're really helpful over there, so feel free to reach out to them if you have any questions as well. We hope you find this helpful and enjoy your free access to TrendSpider via Optimus Futures.